Okay, Snow Walker here. Been a while since I made a video. Something different about me today. I got my buckskin vest on. Made this from the first deer I ever shot back when I was living in Utah. Did everything. I tanned it myself, and got the oil into it, scraped it, tanned it, smoked it, and cut it out, and made a vest out of the first deer I ever shot. And still got it. Still fits, sort of. It's a little tight. I haven't grown it. It has obviously shrunk, right? So yeah. Time to do some Dutch ovening. Yeah, it is. Time to do some Dutch ovening. So I don't think Dutch ovening is a word, or at least ovening, but maybe Dutch oven cooking. Got a fire going, knocked it down. I had a TP fire, knocked it down. That's about the size. So there's the recipe book. I'm taking this recipe out of. It's Jim Zumbo's Amazing Venison Recipes. And let's see, I'm right there. Sunday night surprise. Okay, so I got everything right here, and hopefully those flames will be burned down a little bit. We have some coals. Looks like we're starting to get some coals. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this the old-fashioned way. I don't like big onions. I only need a cup. That's probably more than a cup. I only need a cup of each. Except for the potatoes, you gotta have, I think it's 3 cups. Whoa. I like cutting these small. The steaks aren't real big, so they'll probably cook pretty fast. You don't want big chunks of hard potato and have everything done except for the potatoes. That is no fun. It's not very tasty either. So whenever I cook potatoes, I usually cook them. I think to me they can be overcooked rather than undercooked, so I usually slice them pretty small when I make things, the Dutch ovens. It's just usually a good precautionary note there. Kid in Pinedale made this knife. He had a whole display of knives, lots of them. And he bought the metal from a mountain man during one of the rendezvous. Mountain man liked the kid and gave him the knife for pretty cheap. He might have just gave it to him, matter of fact. I don't think he even really sold it to him. And he had a big display out in the park selling knives one day. And this was his display. This was the main one that was on his brochure. Had a picture of it, and nice bolo, ironwood handle. I said, "Well, the hilt's a little small." He goes, "Yeah, I know." I said, "That's okay. I don't care." And he only wanted, I don't know what it was, a couple $100 for it or something. This is a really good piece of Damascus steel. Has a lot of lines. I don't know how many lines, but boy, it's good. And I felt bad, so I gave the kid a lot more money than he was asking for it. I was just like, this is a beautiful knife. I think he kind of hated to see it go, but he wanted to see it go, so I bought it from him, and pretty happy with it. It's a nice knife. So I got those ready. Looking good. Sear this side. Now I'm just searing this side. I'm going to take them off here in a second. And we're going to go right back in the pan. You gotta keep spinning the pan when you're half on the rocks, half in the coals. Don't worry about the handle. I got a pliers. That one's kind of big. I don't like biting into a big chunk of pepper. I'm not really keen on that either. Oh wow, that smells good. Something about sauteing onions and peppers. Man, it just smells good. Another big onion. Make sure it's all done up. Let those saute there a little more. And now is when you arrange the potatoes in the Dutch oven. Okay. Yep, these are going in the Dutch oven. Get a little bit of oil over there. Make sure it's all oiled up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. These go on the bottom of the oven, and then your meat goes on top of these. Shut up! Yeah. Wow, he actually listened to me. Better than my kids. So the meat goes on. Kind of put half of them on top of the potatoes. Then you put in the meat. Get these uphill. Get some of that grease off of them. There you go. That's probably about it. Okay. That's about it. Now, put the meat on top of this. Oh man, this is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. So good, I can tell already. It just smells good already. It's not even really cooked. Just slightly. And then I take the rest of those on top of that. Take the rest of the marinade, put it on top of that, and then I'll start cooking. Do not, I repeat, do not let that fire go out, okay? Just keep on making coals. Some smaller material would have been better. Oh well, there's some smaller stuff. I should have grabbed that stuff underneath that spool there. But yep, there it is. I got shoveled some down beneath. Put a shovel load on top. This is our cake. Cake will bake really fast. It's a lemon cake. If you notice, this is good for making cornbread, cakes, breads, biscuits, because it's high. And most of your, you pile your coals on top and they're cooking down below. If it's a shorter Dutch oven, there's not much room in there for the heat to whatever dissipate properly, and you'll get hot spots. Plus, you always turn these anyways. It's like that one. That Dutch oven is not that high. That Dutch oven is much higher. Higher walls. So that one's meant for that, or also for doing stewing. Looks like there's a lot of coals on these. That's because it's so cold here. It's, I don't know what it is, 40, 45. It hit high at day, 45 I think. So to get the cast iron warm, you really gotta throw on the coals to get stuff going, otherwise you'll never cook. So the cake's on the bottom. I have very few coals on the bottom. I got a lot on top. Cooking the cake from the top down. You're baking it. And let's see what this looks like. I didn't pull this for a little while. You see that? Boiling away. Ooh, that's gonna be good. So what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to turn these every half hour. You turn the Dutch oven itself. You turn the lids, and that prevents you from getting hot spots and burning stuff, especially with the cake. You really got to do it with the cake. And I just put the cake on, so here in about, I'll say 15 minutes, I'll turn the lid and I'll turn the bottom. Okay, I'm going to check and see how everything's doing here. I'm going to see how far along we are. Yeah, it smells good. I'm going to just cut one of these open. What am I doing? Where'd my fork go? Okay, whatever. I'm definitely not going to use that pliers. Let's just cut one of these open here. That's hot. Dang it. Hold on a second. Let me get a stick or something. There you go. Okay. Come on.
Oh, that looks done.
That's done.
That is good.
Okay. Need to stir this all up. Actually, what you're supposed to do now is cook it with the lid off, and this will turn more into a sauce. It'll evaporate like it's doing now.
Yeah.
It'll cook more like a sauce that way. And
Taking them in.
yeah, and cake's done. See? Okay, get this off here. It's gonna start burning any second. I just had to do this just briefly.
Just take off all the coals.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So, you got me. This is how you do it. You just grab them with this. And just dump them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep this off or it'll burn it. Let me put this somewhere so it doesn't warp. Up there, nice and flat. Okay, and that's ready to go in. This is ready to go in. Oh yeah, that's excellent. Oop. Yeah. Grab the gloves. Put away the knife. We are gonna eat, aren't we? Oops. So this is the first Dutch ovens of the year. And, I'm pretty hungry. That's how you do it. Snow Walker signing off. May your Dutch oven cooking be true. Okay. This is how I get a cake out. Just like pineapple upside down cake. You take it. That's what you do. See if it did it. Oh wow, the burnt bottom did get burnt. We're gonna have to
Oh wow.
let it cool and then frost it. The bottom's stuck.
We can.
Yeah, I probably should have stuck it on the coals. I wasn't sure. Made a bad decision. But hey, it'll still be good. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't want to frost this side, we decided. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to flip it. I can take my time. There. That is a little bit browner, isn't it? We can frost that. Okay, so after having eaten some of this, this is almost like a stew. This is really good. Carrots would have even been better, I think, to add some carrots in there. As far as the wild game, this is elk meat. I don't know if I said that or not. And of course, wild game, if it's overcooked, it's chewy. And this was overcooked. I overcooked it. I should have took it out.
And
I should have took the meat out.
Sauce,
Yeah, I should have took the meat out as soon as it was done. I was even thinking that. I don't know why I didn't do it. I thought in my head, like, I bet this meat's overdone, because I cut pretty thin steaks and it cooked pretty fast. So, but the flavor's pretty good, and you know, it's gonna be good for me. I can tell. But definitely next time I do this, I'll take the steak out when it's done, and then just take the lid off and then let this
Sauce.
lemon cake with cream cheese frosting. It's just a box cake, but this is really good.
Homemade frosting.
Yes, right. Homemade frosting, homemade cream cheese frosting is really good on a lemon cake. So that cake didn't look the best. I thought it was going to be a disaster, but it's really good.
It's a good one.